Hey Geminis, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your weekly tarot and astrology for June 28th through July 5th of 2020. So, thank you guys again for all of your support. Thank you so much for all of your kind words. I do apologize for taking a little bit of time off. It was just really necessary for what was happening in my own personal life, and I don't want to be really any more specific than that, but I do thank you guys for being understanding. 2020 has been a freaking year, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate. Blame it on the astrology, blame it on whatever it's going. It's just been, I blame it on Uranus and Taurus personally for myself, just because that is just going to be knocking around like a bull in a china shop. And it's just really fun. So anyways, Geminis, this week we have a couple of things going on, and I do recommend, channels like White Light Astrology or Gregory Scott if you really want an in-depth look at the astrology week to week. They're both really wonderful astrologers. They just do my favorite weeklies personally. I really enjoy them both. But anyways, this week on July 2nd, we have Saturn retrograding in Capricorn. Awesome. Another planet retrograding, and what do you know? It's in Capricorn again. Big surprise. We're all so surprised. But anyways, that's going on until December 14th. So we have that. We got Mercury obviously retrograding in Cancer. Super fun. The sun is in Cancer. And July 5th, we have this lunar eclipse full moon in Capricorn. And that's going to be big news, I believe. And correct me if I'm wrong, if any of you are astrologers and know this for sure, put it in the comments below, because I just would like to know. I do believe, though, that this is the last round of the Cancer Capricorn eclipses, as they have now changed nodes into Gemini and Sagittarius. So I do believe this is the last round of it that we've been, going through since, I want to say, like 2018. So yeah, it's been an interesting time. Especially, even if you're a Gemini, if you're a Capricorn or a Cancer rising, let me know, or a moon of a Capricorn or a Cancer. Thank you, Mercury retrograde. I'm just going to speak backwards like Yoda now, I guess. But if you have, your moon in Capricorn or Cancer, your rising in it, those are going to hit especially hard with those eclipses. So let me know if you guys have those placements, how this has affected you. I'm just curious to see, so I've been asking in all the videos. Let's get into your reading here. I know you guys are like, all right, let's get into the reading here. We got the Ethereal Visions deck. Let's get your week ahead. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Do check out Matt Hughes over on Instagram. He is the creator of this deck. He has some other really beautiful decks that he's made and has been making. I think he's about to put another really gorgeous one out. So do check him out. He has such a beautiful Art Nouveau style. I'm loving it. Oh, you guys are ready to go. Yeah, okay. Oh man, this makes me like a little bit concerned about what's going to be happening this week in terms of the world. I'll be honest with you. Oh, okay. As you can tell, it's humid. My hair is like ever expanding throughout the readings. It's really interesting to witness. Okay. We'll pull clarifiers here and there. Yeah, there's a bit of confusion about how to move on from something, about how to leave something behind here. And I think some of you are confused about when is the right time. When is the right time to what, though? To move on with these cards, but yeah. I think some of you were really afraid that you might have to make a decision, and now all of a sudden this decision is kind of, poof, like it's not necessary anymore, which is interesting. I say this because you guys have this Wheel of, Eight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune reversed, and the Six of Swords. And the Wheel of Fortune didn't come up exactly upright, but it was kind of like twisted reverse, kind of on its side. So I don't want to say that, it's fully saying, this isn't the right time and all this, but it feels like you guys are confused about the timing of things. Are things moving on? Is it over? Is this changing? Is it time to let this go? Do I need to make this decision anymore? What do I need to do now? What is a decision? What decision do I even have to make about this now that we're in this position and that we're ready to move forward? And emotionally, it feels like emotionally and mentally, you're already kind of getting there this week here, because the moon is underneath that with the Seven of Cups, and that's some very Piscean feeling. For some of you, this might have a lot to do with the Pisces, saying, maybe it's time for me to move on. The timing was, it never was a case of timing, but the timing was never right. And that's just for some of you, I think. And for others of you, it feels like, there's been a decision that we were afraid to make, that we felt confused about. There was a lot of fear in this situation. There was a lot of confusion about what to do and about where to go and about how to move forward with this. And the Two of Swords reverse kind of coming in at the end of that, it's reckoning with the feeling, it might just feel like it's a little bit confusing because you were so ready that you needed, you felt that you needed to do something, make a decision, face something. But when the Two of Swords is reversed, it feels to me that that decision almost is either no longer there, it's no longer necessary, or that it's come to a decision, it's come to a conclusion on its own. And Judgment does show up with the Ace of Wands reversed here. And that's an interesting combination for me, as Judgment brings up and out, I call it my bring out your dead card, like in Monty Python. You guys know that if you've been watching me for a while now. It's bring out your dead. It's time to reckon with the past, and if you want to change the future rather than stay where you are, what are you willing to change in this situation? Because this, life has thrown something at you, or life has changed in a way that now things need to start moving on, moving forward. But what's with that Ace of Wands reverse there? That's kind of an odd feeling, because when I get the Ace of Wands reversed, it doesn't really feel like a new beginning. It feels like maybe something interesting. Something that we once really had passion and excitement, and we wanted to create, wanted to do, wanted to be a part of. I don't know, with Judgment coming up, it feels like you're reassessing some type of goal or some type of path forward. Again, for a lot of you, this might literally have to do with a Pisces that you thought you could be in a relationship with or something, just because there's a lot of like kind of Piscean cards here. I don't know why. It doesn't have to be a Pisces, could be a different water sign, or just somebody that felt very emotionally like you were connected with, and now you're seeing it from a different place of maybe this was never what I thought it was. Maybe this was never going to be this. Maybe I believed it to be this, but this person was actually kind of using me, or this situation was kind of using me and using my energy and using my passion for their own gains. They were actually, manipulating it from this perspective rather than rather than this guy upright, which is, what we would want, right? A dreamy lover here, somebody with something really good to offer, nice things to say, but when he shows up reversed, he is emotionally all over the place. He's not showing up. He's showing up in emotional chaos. He's showing up in an emotional greed, and is, especially with the well reverse, it's not creating something positive. It's not a place where we can build a relationship where we can, with the well reverse and the Ace of Wands reverse, if this is, a relationship that's, kind of sexual or something like that, and then, or, an attraction like that, this person is using it for their own gains, or they're not truthful or pure about it in some way that you are. And I don't know how to say that in a different way. It's very, Mercury retrograde. I can't wait till it's over. I hate the way I speak during it. But interesting. Let's pull one more here. But justice also has you taking responsibility and saying, well, like it's like almost like putting on, like taking off the rose-colored glasses and putting on some binoculars and being able to see everything. Being able to adjust your vision to see the truth here. Being able to know what's right, what's wrong, and what is really just in this situation. What you deserve over versus what you're getting. What you now see that they're doing now that Venus is no longer retrograde. It feels like some attraction, some people we were caught up on, some things we wanted. All of a sudden, we're like, I don't know. I don't know about that now. Yeah. A tower situation. And I don't know if this is something that's like, I don't feel so much that this is something that's going to happen rather than something that has happened. And this is, again, with all these eclipses, I think everyone has kind of been through their own tower moments lately. We've had things happen that the world is kind of in its own tower moment. But it gives you have so many major arcanas. Wow. These are the last two out here. But this situation has given you a place to build something better. The realizations, the things that you're now seeing, it might feel like a tower moment of, whoa, I've built this up to be something that it's not. And and it feels very disappointing. And it's time to move on and no longer be confused about it. You're no longer confused about what you need to do. By the end of this week, you're ready to let some people go. You're ready to put some people in their place. And I don't even mean by like telling them off. It's kind of just like, I'm done putting my energy into that. I'm done with that. I'm done trying to create something that just continuously either is rejecting my energy, rejecting the love, rejecting whatever it is I'm trying to put in. I see now that that's not going to work, and that maybe I was a bit naive to think it would work that way. Maybe I was a bit naive to think that this would turn out in a certain way, but now it's time to build a better future now that the tower has unmasked the situation for what it really is. This person, this energy, this, whatever it was that you were putting all this energy into and hoping for something better. I think a lot of it has to do with all the astrology and everything that's going on with the Age of Aquarius here as well. It's really an enlightening moment, not just on, the universal and humanity level that everyone talks about, but on a very personal level, on a deep level, on your connection to you, and your connection to your highest way of living, to your higher self. And whatever this was didn't fit in with that and didn't want you to throw energy at it anymore. There's something better that you can be creating, doing with your energy, doing with your love. And it's now time to put energy into that and foster those dreams, foster something bigger. So I don't know. This is a really beautiful moment, even if it feels like you have to let something go and you might feel very empty, alone, strange, poured out, especially emotionally, I'm getting for some of you. But let's pull a Lynn V. Andrews Oracle card here. And if you haven't, do make sure to subscribe, guys. And make sure to check out your monthlies. I'll be working on those this week. I promise there will be July monthlies. I do apologize again for taking some time off, but it was very necessary. And with everything going on in the world, I highly recommend, if you need that, you need to take time for yourself as well right now. This is not a time to be messing about. We're living through big times, and there's a lot of energy, and there's a lot of stress, and a lot of anxiety, and a lot of depression, a lot of very intense things that are being brought up that are bringing forth a lot of sadness and energy on the collective level. So take time that you need, and don't push yourself if you know that you can't give that energy. What's coming out here? I love this. Nurturing. Yeah. We are the only ones who can heal ourselves, sometimes with assistance, sometimes without. Our energy or chakra system corresponds to the energy flow from the earth. If you listen and feel, the earth will heal as you heal her, with the nurturing force of timeless give and take. Prayer enables you to take power out of the mind and place it in the hands of the deities of the earth and sky. Try to see through the mirage of social barriers that cloud the eyes of women and men the world over. Nurture your dreams, act in your dreams as you want to act. Find the guarded kivas and sacred places where you have hidden your heart and nurture your spirit. So, beautiful message here from the Lynn V. Andrews deck. I wish you guys a wonderful and blessed week. If you want to book a reading, all that information is below in the description box. And if you want to check out Truly Divine, when they do like amazing numerology, compatibility, astrology analysis, like literally 22 pages of information for you. You can get 30% off with my code, which is in the description box below. And you can use that as many times as you want, share it with as many people as you want. So take advantage of it. And have a wonderful and blessed week, guys. Love you so much. Namaste.